Hey guys, welcome back to Marriages Restored in Faith. My name is Ray.
Hey guys, my name is Dora. It is Friday, September 13, 2024.
Friday 13 for some people that think it's Friday 13.
To me, it's just another day.
Oh, well, I actually grew up with Friday the 13th
Yes.
and watched pretty much, not all of them because it continued to go even as I was a kid. It just kept going. So I was like, wow. I don't even think I watched the Friday the 13th with Vice Jason or something like that. I never watched that one either. So I don't remember where it stopped. But thanks for joining us. And as you see, an affordable prepping tip. We just want to share something that's very affordable that everyone can do. And it's something that will be very and extremely valuable in days to come ahead. As you see, things are just, it's getting kind of wild out there, isn't it? From people that you actually see eating cats while they're still raw.
Yes.
I mean, not even cooking them, just start biting into them and start eating them right in front of everyone. I'm telling you, we said this back in 2020, 2019, 2020. Things were going to get really crazy, out of hand, and it was going to be, well, I got the little dog underneath our desk right now, so it was going to be crazy out there. And it is getting crazy out there.
Yes.
And it's getting where it's getting really expensive, and people are deciding on what to purchase at the grocery store. Some of us have seen those movies where you see the wife show up and she has to put stuff back from the
right on the checkout line.
On the checkout line,
or she has to, either is it going to be milk or is it going to be eggs?
Mm-hmm.
When you really need both, to feed a family.
Yeah. So yes, we understand it's getting out there. That's why I wanted to bring this affordable tip. But before we get that, let me share some things with you. Yeah, you can give me number one. I got about 4 things to share with you. 3 of them are videos. One of them is an article, which is this is one that's an article, and I just want to share this with you because people don't understand you see right here the bankruptcy that Big Lots files for, and some people might say, well, I don't shop at Big Lots. Well, what can you get at Big Lots?
I get a lot of small things, glassware, silverware, stuff to
discounted items.
Discounted
like
items. If you go in there at the right time, you can also find food items that are on sale. Things that have a good shelf life, to be able to stock up. So Big Lots does have a section of food, and if you get, like I said, if you hit it right at the good time, you're able to find stuff like that too.
And people say, well, this is not a big thing because I don't shop at Big Lots. Well, what I was going to say is you're about to see a massive unemployment. Think about it. All the people that are working at Big Lots, and it says 295 stores. Look at that.
Yes.
We can take that off. If you can give me number 4. So just think about that. People getting laid off. So everyone's going to be fighting for jobs, right? People are going to have to cut expenses on certain areas. Necessities. What is really necessary besides what we want?
Right.
We all want, guys, your man cave. You want more stuff for your man cave. Women, I guess more shoes.
Shoes, clothing, purses. I can go on and on.
Well, they have a broader aspect of shopping.
All Ray thinks about is shoes.
So let me show you this. This is neat, but at the same time, think of the jobs that are being lost.
And there's no background, right?
No. Okay, we usually take off the sound because there'll be music. Now, this is neat, just looking at this, because, of course, technology is always, most of the time it is neat. Sometimes it's like, wow, I know how that can be used.
Right.
But if you look at this, it is actually, what do you call those? Valet. See, I don't even use valet, so I won't even know. I guess Dora does.
No. Where?
This is valet parking. Of course, they're going to come and pick up your car for you, and more than likely, you're going to have an app in order to tell it that you're on your way, so they can get your car ready and set your car there. So just think about that. The people that were in charge of doing this no longer have a job. When this comes into being used as in businesses, they're not going to have a job any longer. So now they have to look for another job.
Yes, which is the downside of technology. If the like this right here, it's pretty neat. It's kind of cool to see it happen, and some places will, implement that in their, restaurants or wherever, they're going to do that. But then the downside is that people will lose jobs because they're not going to be parking your car no more.
Yeah.
That valet is not going to be there. It's just going to be a robot doing it for you.
And what have they been doing with a lot of people today? What has happened all across everywhere? I mean, this has been everywhere, the entire world, not just in the United States. What do I mean? Well, communication. You can go to a restaurant and you'll see people. In fact, we were at a restaurant yesterday and we saw people on their phones.
Yes.
Everyone at the table was on their phones. So what do? They've done that to the people that they don't communicate with each other anymore. So people will be comfortable using a machine to go get their car so they don't have to talk to someone anymore.
Yes.
So let me show you one more video and then we'll get into that tip. If you can give me number 2. And again, this goes on with everything that we've been talking about, that we have to prepare mentally, physically, financially, and the goods. You have to buy goods for yourself. You have to get to know your neighbors. But let me share this video with you.
To close all locations by the end of the year. Old Country Buffet is closing all remainder locations. IHOP is closing 100 underperforming locations. Buffalo Wild Wings is closing all Canada locations, as well as 60 locations in the US. Applebee's is closing 35 locations due to underperformance. Red Lobster is closing 50 locations due to financial struggles and high operational costs. Denny's is closing 20 locations by the end of the year. Marie Callender's is shutting down all remainder locations. Pizza Hut is planning to close 500 locations and focus more on delivery services. Outback Steakhouse is closing 41 of their 700 locations. Tobar is closing a total of 50 locations, with majority being mall locations. Mart Pizza is closing a total of 27 locations. Ruby Tuesday is closing 16 more locations in 2024. PDQ is closing 8 of their 59 locations. Joe's Crab Shack is closing 41 of their 60 locations. Bonefish Grill is closing 7 locations due to underperformance. So sad to see all our favorite restaurants disappear. Restaurants that are closed.
Now, some of us may say, well, this is good because now it helps me lose weight because I don't have to go out there and eat all this
You don't
stuff.
have to go out.
Yeah. You don't have to spend all that money for it. But again, we have to think about the unemployment. These are people that are losing their jobs. These are buildings that are going to be empty.
Yeah.
So think about it. If it's an empty building and the city doesn't get any tax revenue off of it, what happens? They have to raise taxes on everyone else, on property taxes, to try to get revenue coming in. It's a huge ripple effect.
Yes.
It's for me right now. I'm doing a shop truck. This is going to be my daily driver. I've been trying to do it as cheap as I possibly can. Now it's going to get cheaper because I see things that are happening and I can't go out there and buy the things that I wanted to buy for it. So now I have to go inside my shop and see what do I have available inside the shop that I can actually use
To make it work.
Yes. So that's the downside to that. Is it still going to be reliable? Well, I hope so, as long as I don't take too many shortcuts.
As long as the brakes are good.
As long as it stops, I guess, and turns on. Been shaking and we're just moving around.
Hey. I've been there, done that.
And it's just rattling your teeth and you're just shaking.
That's one thing I can say, that our vehicles, even though they were old, even though, when you first start, but they've never rattled or shaked. I mean,
what they have when they had a engine that had a cam in it, big mega cam in it, then
that's different. But that's a good shake.
Yeah, that's a
good rattling. Not where you turn off the key and it still stays on.
Oh, it stays on. Yeah, it stays running. I had that once before, so it was the carburetor, and I had to readjust it and fix it. But yeah, let me show you the tip that I'm talking about. This is a tip that we all can afford. Here you go. And this is what Dora found. I bought some of these singles. You can buy these in singles, and these are like $8. You can get them at Harbor Freight Tools. This one Dora got at Lowe's, and it was how many of them? 8,
Six
6.
for $24.90 something.
Yeah.
$25. Yeah.
So think about it. 6 of them for $25. Just think of this. You may say, "Well, I don't want that. That's for outside." Well, what happens if the power goes out? And some of us don't have generators. Some of us haven't spent $1,000 on a generator or whatever the cost is, and we need some light. Well, if Dora figured it out.
You cover it. Yeah, you can sort of kind of see.
Well,
Did
actually,
you see it?
it's
Jenna?
probably brighter. Is it brighter that way?
Okay.
Somewhat.
Yeah. Okay.
So as you can see, just think about this. At nighttime, inside the house, if it got dark, that's going to light up. So
Yeah.
would it be like old times that we're walking around like we're having a candle? Well, except without the fire.
Yes.
And the summertime, we're not getting heated up, right? We're just walking with the light.
Mhm.
So think about that. This is a cheap,
Yes.
like I said, you can get this at Harbor Freight Tools. I think I got one for $8. They may be $7, $6.99, I think. So just think about it. You can leave them in your yard because, of course, you use them in your yard for nighttime. Think of it. If you don't have electricity and you have one of these, at least your outside will be lit up, and you can walk around with a couple of these or have these inside in each room if you want one in each room, or you can just have one for the entire house. It's up to you. It's a cheap, affordable tip for anyone to have.
Yes. And it's solar, so it charges, energy from the sun. So, just like Ray said, you leave them outside to charge up, and in case, the electricity goes out, you can, make it work to where you put
if
black
it's dark,
tape on it.
no, if it's dark inside the house, it's going to light
Oh,
up.
yeah. It'll light up.
So it's going to light up. So I just brought this one from outside the house. I mean, outside the backyard. So we just wanted to bring you a good, affordable tip that anyone can use. Some people didn't think about it. I thought about it because another prepper mentioned it. A prepper mentioned that this is what they thought of when their lights went out, that they had some of these. Good thing they had some of these, and they brought them inside the house, and they were able to use them during that time that the lights went out. So just a quick, affordable tip that anybody can do. They're like $8 each. You don't have to buy a whole bunch, or you can buy the whole. What'd you say? Six of these for $25. I mean, you can't beat that. So that's cheaper than buying individual. But if for somebody that's on a budget right now, $8.
Yeah,
we
pick one
we
up.
spend $8 on what? On a hamburger? Well, maybe not anymore.
I was gonna say more than that on
yeah.
hamburger. But you can pick these up, like Ray said, at Harbor Freight Tools. How much were they at Harbor Freight Tools?
I think $6.99. There was another one that was $8. They have different versions of it, different ones that you want. Some that are like a spotlight, and some like this. So.
And at Lowe's, I did get the pack because we wanted a little bit more, but they do sell them individually at Lowe's for $4 and something cents.
There you go.
$5. So at Lowe's, you can get them for $5.
So at Lowe's is cheaper than Harbor Freight Tools.
Yeah.
Dora just said why didn't you stop me and say there was $5 over there?
I didn't think about it.
See, I didn't know that. I wasn't at Lowe's. So $5, you can go get one at Lowe's for $5. So just think of that.
Yeah.
Well, we just want to bring you that quick tip. And let me share one more video with you. I was going to share this one on the other one, but I think I have a different audience on the prepper. So maybe somebody won't be offended on this video, but I was laughing on this video.
It really is funny.
What's the matter?
I've been getting death threats.
You mean death threats?
Not this time.
Again, you are done me. You are done me. I went along. Die.
So some people don't get that. Some people do, and they laugh about it. I mean, just think about it. These 2 guys had to do that. Or 3 guys, 4 guys. These 4 guys have to do, you know what, let's do something. Let's just do something funny. So I just want to bring something to you to be have some fun
It's
with
okay
it.
to laugh, guys.
It's okay to laugh. Yes.
Yes.
So I thought it was really, I mean, I just couldn't stop laughing when I first saw it. But I want to share that with you. Just keep prepping. Get in God's word. I mean, that is what's going to help you the most today, is having a relationship with Jesus Christ. There's a lot of people out there that are getting into fear. We cannot get into fear because God said this was going to happen. We just have to prepare the best we can.
Yes.
This is the least expensive tip you can have, $5. There's some people actually have a better tip than this that costs less, probably making bread or something. But we want to bring this to you. Guys, you have anything? Well, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.